program is the active center.
Welcome. Today, we're diving into a fascinating analysis of a new kind of conflict, one where traditional military might gets challenged by a completely invisible, intelligent network.
So let's start with a puzzle. Back in February 2026, the US launched something called Operation Epic Fury. Part of it was a call for a mass uprising in Iran, but nothing happened. The call was met with just deafening silence. The streets were empty. So the question is, why?
The answer, according to this analysis, boils down to one core concept: the digital deadbolt. Now, this isn't a physical wall or a barrier. It's a technological infrastructure that has, in effect, locked down the whole of Iranian society.
So, how in the world does it work? Well, this system uses real-time behavioral analysis to spot potential gatherings before they even happen. Think about it. It can identify as few as 5 young men just moving toward a central square and then automatically dispatch security forces to occupy that exact area, all before a crowd has any chance to form. It's pre-crime for protests.
So who's the architect behind all this? It's a single company, the Chinese surveillance giant, Tiandi Technologies. And you have to understand, they aren't just selling cameras here. They're selling a complete, turnkey solution for social control. The scale of this company is just staggering. With an estimated private market valuation of $4.5 billion, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar behemoth. They are a massive player on the global surveillance stage.
And their reach is immense. I mean, Tiandi isn't some niche little firm. It's ranked as the 7th largest security company on the entire planet. Its technology is being used to build safe city projects all over the world.
You know, their involvement in Iran didn't just happen overnight. It's deepened over a long time. They started operating there way back in 2011, but the real turning point was a critical deal in 2021, which basically laid all the groundwork for the system we see today.
Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this technology actually functions on the ground. Because this isn't just about stopping big protests. It's about creating a system of automated daily oppression.
The psychological effect is what's described here as surveillance trauma. It's that constant feeling of being watched, where the camera on the corner becomes a guard that is always on duty, that never blinks. It creates this chilling effect on absolutely everyone.
Now, if this sounds familiar, you're right. Iran has directly adapted China's infamous social credit system. They've just swapped out the core idea of trustworthiness for loyalty to the regime, and tweaked the rules for things like improper hijab. But the basic framework? It's a direct copy.
And the consequences are automated and they're immediate. So imagine you post something critical of the government online. The AI flags it instantly, your loyalty score plummets, and boom, next time you try to buy a train ticket, you're blocked. It's a completely frictionless path from online dissent to real-world punishment.
It gets even darker when you look inside the detention centers. Tiandi actually sells AI interrogation tables that monitor a prisoner's biometrics, their heart rate, their pupil dilation, to generate a real-time sincerity score. It literally tells the interrogator exactly when to apply more pressure. The whole system is designed to psychologically break people. And listen, this isn't some secret plan. The regime is completely open about it. This quote from the mayor of Tehran lays out their vision perfectly. A smart governance model, where technology sorts the loyal from the disloyal automatically. And the investment behind this is just mind-boggling. We're talking hundreds of millions of euros for cameras that can identify a face from half a kilometer away, all feeding data into this massive national AI cloud.
So the regime has built what seems like the perfect system for control, right? An unbreakable digital fortress. But this is where our analysis takes a very sharp turn and reveals a really stunning paradox.
We've seen how this technology creates this perfect digital cage, a system that crushes dissent and keeps the entire population under a constant, watchful eye. It seems completely impenetrable.
But what if that exact same cage had a backdoor? What if the very tool of oppression was also a source of absolutely unprecedented intelligence? And this right here is the heart of the paradox. For the Iranian regime, this system is a shield. It crushes internal opposition. But for the United States, that same system has become a massive window into the regime's most closely guarded secrets. By getting inside these networks, U.S. and Israeli intelligence can now do things that were once unthinkable. They can biometrically track key nuclear scientists in real time, watch logistics at undeclared sites, and gather high-confidence proof of a secret nuclear weapons program.
This all leads to what this analysis calls the verification paradox. It's a real catch-22. The U.S. can use the system to prove, without a doubt, that a nuclear weapon exists, but that very same system prevents the revolution that could bring a new government to power that would be willing to give it up.
So what does this all mean for the future of conflict? This isn't just about Iran, not at all. It signals a fundamental shift in the very nature of modern warfare.
The core argument here is that we're entering a brand new era where biometric dominance, the ability to identify, track, and control every single person in a country, can actually neutralize traditional military power, things like jets and bombs.
And this quote from the source material just captures the challenge perfectly. We can dismantle a radar station, we can bomb a building, but how do you dismantle a behavioral algorithm that lives in the cloud and has fundamentally rewired an entire society?
And that leaves us with the final, pretty unsettling question. When the battlefield is no longer just land, sea, or air, but the human data sphere itself, what does victory even look like? How do you fight a war against an algorithm?
Hello, and thanks for listening. This is David Sepp and the Active Center team. For years, our mission has been to foster a community around engagement, health, and conversation. If you value what we do, please consider supporting us. We've started a GoFundMe to cover our production and operational costs, including those pesky social media fees. Your contribution, big or small, helps us keep going. Thank you.